Our Charlie's, I'm not sure all of you know that this assembly is about celebrating you. Each morning, we proclaim our mission of inclusive love, unity, reconciliation, justice, and peace. And today, we honor you for showing us how you have put your mission and your faith into action. Recently, in an interview, I was asked, what's the primary way or club or service that Shaw lives out the mission? And of course, the answer to this is, there is no one way. We believe each of us is created by God with a calling or a capacity or a passion to meet one of the world's greatest social needs. Whatever our roles in life are, we all have a calling by God to find the place inside us where our compassion, courage, and commitment meet one of the world's great hungers.
Hello, my name is Gwen Church, and I'm here to talk about the Climate Committee's mission and the climate strike. On September 20th, a group of Sacred Heart students joined over 250,000 people in the New York City climate strike. This was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. It was inspiring to see others take time out of their lives to demand change. Even through the heat, and trust me, it was hot, people continued to march. Once we reached Battery Park, we were able to hear Greta Thunberg speak. This is something I will never forget. She motivated us and rallied the crowd to continue the fight and to never give up. I am proud to have been part of this, and I am proud that I got to live out the CSJ mission. In Sacred Heart, we often focus on showing others love and unity and working towards justice and peace for the people of this world. During the strike, we were able to fight for justice for God's creation, and we were able to unite with others against the greatest problem that our world faces today, that is the climate crisis, that we see all around us. I am proud that Sacred Heart helped to fight for real change, and that they brought the mission to the rest of the world. We cannot forget the ongoing battle to save our planet, and change has to start with each of us. The Climate Committee is focused on bringing change to our own school community and combating the effects of climate change. We struck in September, and we don't want to lose momentum now. One of the first big proposals will be to get rid of plastic utensils in the cafeteria during Lent. Lent is a time to make sacrifices and work for others and our world. Plastic is one of the most damaging materials to our environment. It takes thousands of years to decompose, and even then it doesn't completely go away. Around 90% of plastic isn't even recycled. It is filling our oceans and polluting our lands, and soon it will be filling us. Scientists have recently found microplastics in water and fish. The fear is what will happen when humans drink this water and eat these fish. So we ask our school community to make a sacrifice and bring your own utensils for the 40 days of Lent. We know this may seem like a big change, but we need to start actually changing if we want to make an impact. I thank you for the support the school community has given us, and I ask you to make change wherever you can. Any action, no matter how small, will help to save our planet.
Good morning. I am Courtney Kalita, and I have participated in the March for Life for the past 4 years. In a time and place where political divisions seem to build walls between the people of our nation at large, it is increasingly difficult to find a common ground. Yet, there exists within the pro-life movement a belief by which everyone can find themselves in agreement with to an extent. As a Catholic community, we endeavor to protect and cherish the dignity and sanctity of all life, whether it applies to an unborn baby, the elderly, immigrants, or criminals on death row. The mission statement of the Sisters of St. Joseph underscores the need to foster peace and justice in order to allow morality to flourish. I believe that the fundamentals of justice lie within our right to life. Within each and every individual, there exists a human dignity and a capacity to make of the world a better place. To deem an individual's existence as inconsequential or inconvenient, whether they be young or old, weak or healthy, is to strip them of an inalienable privilege which we, as human beings, have no right to declare as just. Unity is yet another powerful theme established by our mission statement that is at the heart of the pro-life movement. Many people will disagree that the act of abortion is to erase the life of a vulnerable child. Others will disagree that those from different walks of life deserve dignity abroad. Some might justify euthanasia or capital punishment. Yet, behind all these perspectives, I believe that there are people who trust in the sacredness of life. Personally, I regard abortion as a violation of Catholic teaching and basic morality, and I am fully aware that many might disagree with that idea. Even so, I do not believe that those with diverging viewpoints are against the existence of human life. Contrarily, I believe that we can all unite behind the common belief that life is valuable and no political opinion can take away that moral. Looking around, we know that there is not a single individual in this room who does not deserve to live as much as another. We understand that each and every one of us has potential for greatness and are called to revere that inherent dignity from birth to natural death. Over the course of these past 4 years attending March for Life, I have witnessed a number of people openly share their experiences as members of the pro-life community. Many are those mothers who accepted the responsibility of parenthood despite all odds. Others are the strong women who carry their children through inopportune circumstances. Yet, most profound are the stories of those women who followed through with their abortions and struggled to reconcile with their decision. This has, above all, taught me the power of forgiveness and empathy, which extends beyond the pro-life movement and into my personal life as a Christian and a member of the Sacred Heart community.
My name is Shannon Keek, and this is Emma Hartman, and we are the presidents of this school's Key Club. We joined Key Club because of our interest in giving back to our community. We both realize how lucky we are to have the opportunity of such a prestigious education and the countless number of experiences we are given. Key Club allows us to have fun with our friends while simultaneously giving back to those in need around us. In our club, we try to incorporate the key values of the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph into every meeting. Each of us know the 5 critical points of the mission, which are inclusive love, unity, reconciliation, peace, and justice. We say these every morning to further instill these values in ourselves. In Key Club, we use inclusive love, unity, and justice in the activities that we pursue. We can incorporate the idea of inclusive love into our club in many simple ways. This year, we drew insight from the idea of inclusive love during the Halloween season. Each of the girls purchased and brought in a bag of candy, and together we rearranged the candy to make candy bags. Due to the large magnitude of the club, we were able to fill almost 3 garbage bags with these smaller bags. We then took these bags to the Mary Brennan Inn for the less fortunate to use and brighten up their Halloween. Using the idea of inclusive love, we were able to set aside time from our busy schedules to make someone else's day better. The idea of unity is also extremely important to our club because we are a club of such large size. With over 100 members, most of our meetings are split based on the age of the students. It becomes harder to maintain a sense of unity when the members may never interact with each other, but we try to create activities where we can unify ourselves when we are all together. As a club, we are looking forward to a huge fundraiser that will be taking place in March of this year. We have planned a book drive with the Freeport Book Fairies, where we will all meet and bring books that we are looking to donate. The books that we donate will go directly to students and teachers here on Long Island who are in less fortunate school districts. This club-wide donation will allow us to feel more unified as we will be able to gather together and donate for a good cause. Finally, justice is the last of the values of the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph that we incorporate into our activities in Key Club. We interpret justice to mean that we should always stand up for what we believe in and for what we believe may be wrong in the world. A physical portrayal of our interpretation of justice would be our annual peanut butter and jelly drives. Peanut butter and jelly drives are a staple for our Key Club because of the positive impact that they have on the community. Every girl, depending on her grade, brings either peanut butter, jelly, or bread. We all gather in the cafeteria and we work for about a half an hour making sandwiches. In the end, we fill large gallon-sized garbage bags with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and these go directly to the less fortunate in our area. Our experiences in Key Club have been rewarding and have helped to teach us about the importance of helping in nearby communities. It has helped to teach us just how fortunate we are and how we should use our positions to be even more motivated to help others.
Hi, good morning, I'm Julia. Hi, I'm Grace. This is my first time participating in the Midnight Run. During the Midnight Run, we leave from Shaw and go into Manhattan around 9 in the evening and return around 3 a.m. While there, we feed and clothe the homeless. The Midnight Run meets the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph by inspiring young women to strive towards a better world. Donating essential items to those who lack them reflect God's all-inclusive love towards those less fortunate. The Midnight Run also allows the stories of those who have fallen on difficult times to be heard. Last year's experience inspired me in such a deep and emotional way. Being able to help those living out on the streets filled me with so much joy. God has always said to feed those who are less hungry, and distributing meals to the homeless reflects His divine work. Whenever I used to visit the city, I never realized just how many are in need of help. Now that I have participated in the Midnight Run, I view the homeless in a new, positive light. My experience has reminded me to always keep an open mind towards those less fortunate than I am. I have an experience from my very first run last year. We have been at the last stop on our route for a while, and we were distributing the last of our items. I had been using my flashlight to shine light onto the boxes of hats and gloves being given out. We were about to leave soon and head back to Sacred Heart when a homeless man approached my car. He was very kind and gentle with his words, and we had a nice conversation. I shined the light down on the box and asked him what he'd like to have. After picking out some items from the box, he asked if we had any flashlights and pointed to the one in my hands. Unfortunately, we were not distributing flashlights, and I had become slightly sad knowing how helpful one would be for him. I lifted the flashlight in my hands and told him to keep it as I handed it to him. The man smiled and took it from me. On the drive back to Sacred Heart, I felt so good that I had given away my flashlight to that man because I knew it would greatly help him out. This mission lives on through each of us in our own unique way. We sense its presence, motivating and empowering us to change the world. We see it in the people sitting next to us, and we hear its voice throughout our school day. I ask you to take a moment and close your eyes. Imagine the face of a mother who receives a meal that you have donated. You see the worry on her face gradually disappear into a warm smile. You notice the welling of tears build in her eyes, and you hear a raspy voice murmur out the words, "Thank you," in a forever grateful tone. Now, imagine the face of a young child who receives the book you donated. Eagerly, the child opens the book to see the message you left inscribed. Imagine the tiny feet of a young child in the womb of a mother, anxiously waiting to enter the world, one who you have walked for to show your support for all life. Imagine the animals around the world and the fish of the sea in complete harmony, free from extinction, pollution, and natural disaster, in which your voice and your actions have inspired others to change their ways and care for God's creation. Imagine the feeling of relief for a refugee who finds shelter, or the joy of a child who is reunited with her parents, all of whom you pray for and stand in solidarity with. We remember that the mission that filled our auditorium today lives on. She continues on in our service towards our brothers and sisters and the created world. As we leave today, let us hold in our hearts this feeling of generosity and service that comes in many forms here at Sacred Heart Academy. May we greet all those we encounter with compassion and love.
Let us end with a prayer.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Oh God, thank you for calling together 6 women over 350 years ago, 6 women who still serve as founders today. Thank you for calling together women and men in our day to serve as examples for us, examples of suffering with the poor, of learning from those we serve, of putting everything into life, of stepping into new places, and of uncovering the face of God. Oh God, teach us to imitate not their actions, but their desire to seek and to share your presence, their desire to respond to a world in need, their desire to love their sisters and brothers, their dear neighbors, and we open our desires to your call. Lead us and guide us in your grace. We offer our thanks and ask our prayer in the name of Jesus, who lives with us now and forever. Amen.
For the Sisters of St. Joseph, lace holds both a historical and a symbolic significance. In the mid to late 1600s in Europe, everyone demanded lace, especially royalty. The city of Le Pleu, France, home for the first Sisters of St. Joseph, was renowned for its exquisite bottom lace. The sisters earned their livelihood by making lace and teaching women the art of bottom lace making. These sisters provided the women with a skill they could use to earn a living with dignity. Additionally, the act of weaving lace may have provided the sisters and other women the opportunity to share the deepest desires of their hearts. At other times, the repetitive experience of creating lace could form a background for contemplative prayer. Lace threads symbolize the relational call of the Sisters of St. Joseph, the call to unifying love that unites neighbor with neighbor and neighbor with God without distinction. The spaces in the lace threads signify brokenness and oppression. These spaces also show an openness to the Spirit who lives among all creation. Threads of lace are visible and help to connect past and future together, creating a piece that binds humanity together while remaining open for a new design. The lace making that began in 1650 is not completed. Our hands now hold these threads. The Sisters of St. Joseph are the weavers of Jesus' mission. We are asked to carry the legacy forward, designing, creating, and sending forth blessings to our world. We continue to be weavers through inclusive love, unity, reconciliation, peace, and justice. To keep this tradition of lace alive at Sacred Heart, we have lace headbands and scrunchies for each and every one to act as a reminder of the Sisters of St. Joseph's past.